Hello everybody, it's Vertical Sandwich. Welcome back to Let's Play Hand of Fate. We are playing Hand of Fate. Okay. Alright, so in our last video we beat the Jack of Dust, and now we're unlocking his tokens. So as a reward for defeating the Bandit Jack, you receive these new cards. The Jack of Skulls, Dead King's Hall, Local Peasant, Devil's Choice, the River, Captain of the Guards. As a reward for defeating the Bandit Jack, you receive these new cards. Medium Armor, Chains of Rage, Mercenary Contract, Medium Armor, Fortitude's Breath, Desperate Measures. And for defeating my Bandit Jack, I give you new challenges. Bandit Attack. Which, by the way, the ones with the locks on the top, we cannot get rid of those. Those are in our deck.
Shall we deal again?
Alright, so it's time to go again.
Ah, good. Now you understand the basics, we can begin in earnest. Your hero is returned to his beginning items. Our decks are reset. Welcome to the cabinet, home of the members of my court.
Alright. So now, we could actually replay the Jack of Dust if we wanted to, with new cards. But we're going to move right on to the Jack of Skulls. So, the challenges are 3 times 2 of skulls are added, and 3 times supplies.
Time for you to face my undead army.
And we're going to go into Deck Builder. So we need to add some equipment. And no, we're not going to use the recommended stuff. We're going to actually go into equipment. We're going to put in Desperate Measures and Fortitude's Breath, Chains of Rage in this. And then what are we going to take out? Well, I don't need... like... there we go. Alright, by the way, so we have weapons, shields, armor, and then these are actually artifacts. There's actually rings as well, but we don't have any of those. Alright, and then we have to alter the encounter deck as well. So we could put in all of these, and I'm going to, and then we could take out probably Ambush. So now we still have Mr. Lina locked in there, and Twisted Canyon and the Maiden. But now we have River, Devil's Choice, Local Peasant, Dead King's Hall, Jack of Skulls, Captain of the Guards, and Bandit Attack. This alters the way we play the game. Welcome to the wild card update for Hand of Fate. This update adds different fates that you can select in order to change the way the game plays. Each fate provides different modifiers to play. So yeah, we can play it with Adventurer and there are no upgrades. Or we can play as Warlord and player moves and attacks faster in combat. Enemies move and attack faster, they also inflict more damage. Stronger counterattacks, and bandits now have throwing knives. And then there's some deck changes. But we're just gonna play the standard game. And go against the Jack of Skulls.
New content awaits you. It will be awarded when you complete your run. I will add my own cards to the deck. How boring life would be without a little spice. We play for life and death. Prepare yourself.
Alright. Twisted Canyon. We get free weapon.
It lives in every game. That initial moment where things begin. I have worked on these cards all my days, and the canyon has been there from the outset.
Alright, so we've read the dialogue, so we can go down. Okay, that's 6. Oh, that's our failure! I seriously pulled the 1 failure, so I get a health pain card. And I lose 10 health. It's no big deal. I still get my weapon. And it's a sword. And that's better than my rusty axe. Alright, the river!
Running water protects against many things in myth. Generally, though, it's just a pain to get past.
Right.
There's a token in it for you
So
if you win.
Our path is blocked by a river. The water is clear but fast flowing. So we can attempt to cross. And, yeah. Okay, that's definitely a success. And so your light armor makes the crossing relatively easy. You reach the other side cold and wet, but unharmed. And if you have a heavier armor, there are less success cards in the deal. But apparently I have to get a big success to get the token for that card. Alright, Mr. Lytle again.
I'm starting to wonder if you're simply leaving this card in as a quick way to get your hands on a shield.
See, he says that, but it's locked in my deck right now, so it has nothing to do with me. So we'll just give him the bread from blah blah blah. He'll let us draw an equipment card, we get our shield. And then we continue. And this has to be the way down, yeah. So.
Head downwards, if you dare. Many have reached this far. Further, in fact. I do not know if you have what it takes to do better than they did.
Alright, at a shop. And I don't care. So we're gonna pass it by. Alright, and the maiden.
Given how rarely one encounters the folk, you are fortunate indeed to meet Merith again. Or perhaps we are merely cycling around the wheel and dipping into the same memories time and time.
Okay, and I can ask her for longer life or supplies or... food's always good. Food is healing. Remember, mortal, the bold heroes make for great ballads, but survivors think twice before meddling in the affairs of gods and monsters. Okay. Okay, Captain of the Guards.
I always thought it was best to avoid the problems of others. I see you have no such concerns. Win this and claim my token.
Okay, you hear a shout from up ahead and the sounds of battle. Racing forward as you discover a warrior surrounded by undead. Alright. Broken bones litter the area around the man, but there are still more closing in on him. He appears to be badly injured. Stranger! He calls out as he throws his weapon to you. Here, take my mace and put an end to these monstrosities! And we get a mace!
It's a lump of iron on a stick. Not terribly subtle.
It is not terribly subtle. Alright. And we're gonna equip it, why not?
Sure, that's the right approach.
So we gotta break the heads of some skeletons here. There we go! It was just that easy. Good work putting them to rest. Keep the mace. We have enough back in Kader. He says, slowly standing. We've been hearing reports of undead in our kingdom recently, and I came to investigate. He stops to look around at all the bone fragments. More of them here than I suspected. Some new horror must have decided to settle in these parts and brought its minions. I must head back to the capital and report this to the Duke. Watch your step, friend. There's something more powerful at work than just these skeletons.
The token is yours. Well done.
So now we never have to deal with that card again if we don't want to. Even if we die, we will get the token.
Towards our foe. Good. Now all you need to do is find and kill the Jack of Skulls, and we can progress.
Alright. Traveling Tinker? Okay, we'll pass it by. Because I don't need anything. A winding trail, we're gonna have to fight.
Well then, how will you deal with this?
I'm gonna beat up whatever you send at me. So we'll attack them. It's just two guys. I mean, it's... If this were actually a new game, we would have gotten a trophy by now for not taking damage on floors. Alright, there we go. We do this all day. Alright, reveals stairs encounter
Navigation, but still.
upon entering a level and grants a gold bonus for revealing every encounter on a level. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really need it because we're on the last level.
I'm sure you are grateful for that.
Chains of Rage. During combat, strikes
An
sustained from
excellent
bows
way
and
to
wands
turn
have a
an
chance to restore your
injury into an
cooldown.
asset.
The defense is better.
Armor protects you from damage. The best armor, of course, does so much more.
Alright, Dead Man's Gorge! More fighting!
Enough to put you off crossing at bridges like this. Surely there's an alternative that would leave you less exposed and vulnerable.
Alright. Just the same fight over and over and over. So we can skip this thing where they materialize, because it's always the same. You know, I actually thought I would, I'd hit him without the counter. Okay, where's your friend? Alright, well we took 1 damage. So we draw 3 and we select one to keep. So, well, Damocles is alright. So during combat, press R1 button to throw knives in 8 cardinal directions.
Artifacts provide powerful special abilities to use in combat, but it takes time to ready them.
Alright. Man, we're in good shape. The Dead King's Hall.
Greed. If it were not for greed, then who would play at this game?
Alright.
A challenge for you, and a token if you succeed.
You see an ancient ornate coffin in the main burial chamber. It may hold spectacular wealth, but it will surely be guarded. Draw 2 monster cards. 4 of dust, 2 of skulls. Attempt to take them by surprise. Why not? Ooh! You are spotted as you approach, and the creatures ready themselves for combat. Well, big deal. And I say that knowing I've got a fair chance of beating them up. Okay. So there we go. We lost 7 health in that little escapade. Alright, 3 gain cards and the card's token is now mine. So I draw an equipment. Mercenary Contract. Once per combat, press R1 button to activate an aura that makes every successful strike drop gold. I do not want to equip that.
Artifacts give you powerful abilities to use in combat.
5 max health.
A little extra health.
Cool.
But it is only a moment.
Now, one of the things that we can do as these things become, like as these cards are inactive, is we can actually move back and forth between them to heal ourselves. Like so. Because they can't really do anything. So when we come back, this has to be the Jack of Skulls. So when we come back, fighting him. Bye, everybody.